Alright, so, don't be one of these guys. And what I'm really saying on this, I've got a little story to end up telling you guys. And I was out, just like a lot of people right now, with their new demon hunters. And you're out there and you're trying to get your professions done, everything done, so you can go into Legion, just like any one of your other toons. Everybody has their own personal little thing. Now, obviously, because of the leather, I went skinning leatherworking. Now, while I'm out here doing my skinning and leatherworking, I was doing mass pulls, and for those of you that don't know, the best place to end up leveling skinning is going to be right over next to the garrison in the little crag. Obviously, you see the boar. You've probably been there before, but it's right just to the right of the garrison. Now, I noticed something whenever I was pulling a bunch of them and then looting. This person would stop everything they did, and they would come to me, and they would try and loot my stuff. So, after a while of messing around, I discovered something fun. This person was using a bot. This was not even a person. And you will see in this video that I really just decide, okay, enough is enough. We're gonna play with him. And we played with him for about 30 minutes, even though I didn't record that much. And you'll see this video start to loop, because I only recorded about 6 minutes worth of actual footage. But the thing about it is, and you can watch it right here, to where this thing goes back and forth, randomly, trying to take stuff. And I'll actually play Demon Hunter Yo-Yo here for a long period. Just for the simple fact, I wanted to fuck with this thing as much as possible and see exactly if it was a bot or not. Turns out, yes, it was. It got reported, and more than likely, got banned, because it wasn't just me that was getting irritated by this thing. Now again, you can look at the timestamp, and this is little after 3 a.m. Very early in the morning. Guy probably didn't think he was going to get caught. What you really want to end up looking at in this situation is, how much fun did I really have messing with this guy? And you can see back and forth, and I'm going to play with it a lot here, just to make a point. And I had this thing tied up for about 30 minutes doing this back and forth stuff. And I know a lot of people are like, oh, why would you do that? You know, that's a waste of time. Not really. I had fun while doing it, and I was laughing my ass off that this person bought a bot that was completely unresponsive to a lot of different things. For one, the AI on it was fairly basic. I mean, it's got a good system. But why? Why in the hell would you do that when skinning, literally, from level 1 on this Demon Hunter to 700 took me about 3 hours worth of gameplay in total? I mean, you can see that I'm at 399 right there, and I think I've only been out here for about an hour and a half at this point. This is something that a lot of people don't realize goes on in this game. Now, whether this is a gold farmer or this is just some lazy player not wanting to play the game, I'm not sure. What you're really wanting to end up looking at through this video, though, is the fact that not only did this guy end up paying for the game, he paid for the expansion, prepaid for the expansion for this Demon Hunter. Alright, so you're looking at right there, depending on how much he ended up spending, how long old this account is, they've got a lot of money and time invested in this account. And then they go and pay, I don't know what the prices are on the bots. I don't use them. I do all my own work. But you know, he probably spent $50 to $100 depending on who he got it from. Now, you're looking at, if he started way back in the day, you're probably looking at about $400 to $500 tied up into this game, not including server transfers or anything else that's tied into it. So into this account, whether it's one of those or if it's just one of the real cheap, you know, bought it and took over, really, you don't know what's going on with it. You don't know if it's gold farmer. You don't know if, hell, it could even be a hacker. But this Demon Hunter, for leveling its stuff up, should have paid more attention. And the reason why I say it should have paid more attention is the fact that this is a very highly populated area. A lot of people do leatherworking or skinning upgrade here. You can do it really fast, and it's just very efficient because the respawn rate is very high. Now, one of the things that really, really irks me about it is the fact that people work their ass off to actually do stuff in this game, and then you've got people that are paying for this. But back on the money matter, whether this was, a hacker or whatever it ended up being, if this was a player that actually did this, why in the hell would you put it in there? I mean, terms of service, your account is now going to be banned. You're going to have about $400 to $500 if you started way back in the day, or if not, even $200, including your bot and all that crap. It's going to end up, it's null and void. It's gone. It's no longer there. If this is a player, don't be that guy. There's nothing good that can come out of this. He was reported by not just me, but I had like 4 or 5 whispers of other people that ended up coming out saying, hey, report this bot, and I was telling them I already did. So we've got this all covered, and other than playing Demon Hunter Yo-Yo, this shit wasn't cool. I mean, obviously I had a whole hell of a lot of fun with this guy bouncing back and forth. But at the same token, this is just retarded. I mean, it was normally doing a little scale right around in the circle, and then it was coming and trying to skin anybody's mobs. So you couldn't pull big, because this thing would come over and just steal your skins anyway. So you had to pull very small groups, and it just made it to where I could have done this a lot faster than what I did. But because of this person using this bot, I had to actually restrict myself. And in doing so, I made it to where this bot literally for 30 minutes didn't get the skin shit. Back and forth. I just played Demon Hunter Yo-Yo for 30 damn minutes. Back and forth. Looking at this guy going, alright, what the hell am I gonna do? So I decided, screw it. I'm putting him on blast. Putting him out there just to get this shit done. Now, most of you might be like, oh, well, he paid the money. Why don't you let him do it? No, If this is a gold farmer, or somebody that's doing this, using this bot to farm with, if you go on any populated server and end up looking at what leather is costing right now, it's absolutely overpriced. So this guy is making a shit ton of money and gold for doing nothing. He's not even playing this character. It's doing it all on its own. That's completely against the terms of service. People have been banned for much less. Now, normally, I just let it go and do its thing. I mean, this one is actually probably one of the more crisp ones I've seen. I've seen some mining bots to where they're actually like float jumping through the air in areas like Pandaria and all that back then, to where they weren't even high enough to have flying, and they were actually floating through the air to get to each mining node. This gives an absolute unfair advantage to anyone playing this game, and I'm starting to like the fact that Blizzard's getting their balls back on doing this stuff. For the simple fact that not only are they putting people in their place, but they're also just making sure that they're sticking to their own rules and their own guns. And honestly, I thought this was extremely hilarious. Because if you're going to end up doing, I'm not condoning it at all, but if you're going to do something like this, why in the hell would you do it in a damn location where everybody can see you? Everybody. I had like 5 or 6 other people that came down here to end up farming their skins and upgrading their leatherworking and all that stuff, and every single one of them was like, what the hell is wrong with this person? They're stealing my they're stealing my leather, they're doing this, they're doing that. It's just horrible. I mean, absolutely horrible. But on a good note, it's one less person that we're gonna have to worry about. I know we got at least 4 reports of being a bot. Next time they end up doing their ban wave, if they didn't already hit them already due to this stuff, or again, if it is a hacker, I feel sorry for the person, but this thing is going to be closed down. And with their no tolerance stuff, they can try and fight it, but as soon as they find out that it's a third-party program or something that's been running it, it's done. There's no longer going to be an account for this. I personally, I don't have any guilt or remorse for turning this guy in. I don't. Not at all. Just for the simple fact that, more than likely, with it being on a new Demon Hunter and its leatherworking and everything, this was a modified program that actually just completely goes against the terms of service and the automation. You're supposed to play yourself. Hell, I remember a time whenever any add-on was banned, and you also couldn't end up using macros for the same function. But they ended up bringing that up, what was it, BC, they ended up lifting all that, or just before BC came out, I can't remember, it's been too damn long. Why? I really don't end up seeing why somebody would end up spending this kind of money to end up doing it unless they were trying to sell gold. Or they're just that damn lazy to where you're sitting on your ass and you can't even move a mouse to end up farming your own shit. With this, I just want to end up saying, don't be that guy. Don't be the asshole that's running a bot to try and make shit easy, because it's always going to end up bad. No matter what you end up doing, just don't do it, because you're gonna get caught. It's very simple and very easy for them to end up tracking it down now. Third-party options are probably a little bit harder, third-party software, but at the same time, don't be that guy. It doesn't take that long, especially with all the catch-up mechanics that you've got sitting in Draenor right now. With this, I'm sorry you guys, a little bit on the different side for this video, but damn, I felt like this guy needed to be put on blast, and we needed to get it out there. As always, I hope you enjoyed yourself, and thanks for watching.